I'm rolling.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Are you rolling, Nick?
I'm rolling.
Everyone's rolling?
And do you want to do the clap?
Yeah, I'll do a big clap in a sec. All right. Get in here, Nick.
Okay.
I'm gonna do a clap. I'm sorry, Reapz.
Thank you.
Right.
Future Reapz, I love you.
All right. I'll do the intro because it's just easy. Welcome back to the Stream Room podcast. We've been kidnapped. No, seriously, send help. We're dying, please. No, we're at PAX today and it's very scuffed, so we apologize. Either way, I'm here with the boys.
Reapz, that's me.
And Nictacular. Hello, everyone.
Oh, we have like 3 different microphones set up. We got one over here, we got one on me, one on this, and then we're also voice memoing it because essentially, can we talk about the fact that we're at a professional convention? We hired a podcasting room.
Yep.
And I'm gonna call it, can I call the brand out?
You can call it out. I can always blur or beep.
If we feel the
Hey, sure. Send someone who knows audio to your f***ing booth, okay? I swear to God, Shure SM7B, mic we all use, right?
Beautiful.
MV7s, actually.
No, but that's what we use as a Shure
Oh, yeah,
SM7B.
SM7, yeah.
And then we bloody get to the podcast booth to do Stream Room. Everyone's excited.
Yeah.
Everyone's outside. They want to film us doing it. Be like, I got to see Stream Room live.
Hordes of people.
Hordes. We had to fight our way there. I lost my shoes. And
These are
essentially,
new ones.
Yeah. And we get in there, no roof on the booth.
No.
The MV7s they're using absolutely sound like garbage because they've had to EQ the crap out of it.
And then put the gain all the way up. And then
Yeah.
right outside, what's outside?
An entire concert performance, fully bass boosted out to the entire crowd. Literally, while we were trying to set up, all you can hear is fucking Zelda music.
Just like beautiful violins. Like, it's great. Not great for recording.
Yeah, I mean, there's ambience and then there's just like, you will not be able to hear exactly what we're saying, so.
So instead, we decided we would film in a green room backstage by ourselves, and it looks like we've been kidnapped. It's janky as hell,
Yep.
but that just goes to show, Sure, how much your booth sucked. Love your mics, but I'm gonna get a Rode.
Yeah.
Well, there goes our intro. Okay, that's
So, yeah.
No, leave it.
There was the Jan stream.
Oh, now he's calling out
There we
Jan.
go.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
The Jan?
Yeah, the Jan.
You're calling the Jan
the
out.
Jan. I don't know. I've never heard of Jan before.
I don't know, man.
I know.
At this point, I don't even know about Shure anymore. Okay, PAX. Holy crap. First convention. It's been wild.
Yeah, well, after 3 years of the pandemic and actually seeing people out and
can
about,
touch ya.
I know this
Yeah.
isn't a hologram.
No
This isn't-
screens, we're
Yeah,
here.
this isn't deep fakes. We're actually here in a crazy room. There's 50 people waiting outside to see it, but we're not letting them in.
Where's the bodyguard? She's stopping all of them.
Yeah.
Sure, it's all good.
Are you guys, I know like we're excited about this, but I'm just gonna throw it out there again. I cannot wait for you to get this footage and it be like blown out and shit, and you have to do something with this. And it's like the scuffed episode.
So yeah, it's gonna be, you're gonna get something, okay? We're not gonna say it's the best. We're just gonna say that we're here live at PAX doing what's best for all of us. And the fact that we actually got to meet each other, because can I just say, when Eljay and I first met,
Dude, yes.
it was the craziest thing. We're staying at the same hotel, which we can say this is in the buzz now.
I'm not going to say that. Don't say the hotel.
So the hotel is the Prince Hyatt.
Actually, I'm staying on the Queen Elizabeth SSN on the water.
We're on the P&O cruise. But we're on a certain level. Where basically, I arrive, Eljay arrives. We don't know this at the same time.
No clue.
So I go upstairs and I put all my stuff in my room. And it's like, I go out and get some food. I literally open the door and I look down this corridor, this huge hotel corridor. And I look down and somebody else is coming out of the room.
Yeah.
And they look at me and I look at them. And then it's that moment of like, is that Eljay?
I'm like, is that Reapz?
Yeah. And then we're like, it is. We are on the same floor with like, we can say the room numbers in terms of like, you're 21,
it's
I'm 12.
Yeah. But it's like 5 rooms.
Yeah, it's just like flip the numbers and we're like, what is going on? And so then, slow motion, romantic stuff, you know what I mean? The orchestra would have been really good for this bit in the background. And then I come to PAX and I'm going to get my walking up and down and I'm going to get my, pass and everything. And then I had the same moment with Nick where I'm like, is that Nick lining up for the exact same pass in the slow motion? So it's been like very kismet, very nice and serendipitous, like it's meant to be.
Romantic moments of just this slow motion. You open your arms and then it's like time slows down and then,
Okay, I feel like we got so much to cover, and we've only got like 55 minutes in here before we get kicked out. I mean, before we're going to leave on purpose.
Yes.
There's definitely we definitely didn't steal this room from like important people who are doing a
all that
panel.
stuff,
All these guitars you guys can't see. But essentially, right? Okay, let's kick it off. First day, we all arrive or whatever with Thursday, right? You couldn't come to it, but we went to a partner mixer, right? And you got to do your own thing. He's so much more connected than Reapz and I. We are literally like,
I feel like you're the godfather of like this whole convention because Nick got us organized to actually come to a room which isn't like bloodied sound.
Yeah. It is. I was on a panel for generosity doing an OBS masterclass with a bunch of other awesome peeps, and we didn't know we were going to get this green room, and so today
because Jan's was shit.
Yeah, because that.
Jan?
I mean, originally I was like, oh, because we were just going to record in like out one of the hotel rooms or find somewhere. Then was like, oh, PAX has this recording space. Awesome. And as we mentioned, turned out to be crap. So last minute, I called my friend Liam. Thank you, Liam, if you do watch this, appreciate you.
He's not.
He's probably not going to watch this, absolutely not.
Just throw it this
And so I was like, look, this is the situation. Do you reckon we can use one of the green rooms? He's like, I'll make a few calls, we can make it happen. And so the Genos team are fantastic, so big shout out to them.
But so we go to the mixer, right? I don't think much really happened at the mixer. It was a couple big streamers, a couple of awkward streamers, a couple normal.
The awkward streamers.
Yeah, normal stuff happened. It was cool. We met Micromads and all the people like Walker and stuff. But after the mixer, right, we go and meet up with Nick and a bunch of other content creators, right? And we can say we went to this bar called Munich Oktoberfest Beer Bar because it's October, right?
Right on the river.
Right on the river. Really nice. And we're like, oh my God, it's so loud. We just want to talk, right? Like that's the thing. We're all old here. We just want to like sit down and have a chat. So we go out to like this like pier area, sit down. It's bucketing down. The rain's nice, and we're just chatting. And we all order food and stuff like that. And this waitress, we got to talk about her. This waitress walks over.
Shall we give her a name?
Aunt.
Oh, it's gonna take a turn if it's really nice and they don't know yet. But yeah.
So we're there, right? First thing she does. What's up, gamers?
Straight up, like has already like stereotyped us before even walking up to us as the group.
Yeah,
and we're like,
and I'm
okay.
I say to her, I'm like, are you saying that because you figured out we're streamers? Because a bunch of us still have our influencer badges on.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, you are? My ex-boyfriend was a streamer. And I said, oh, is that why he's your ex? And she goes, no, he's my ex because I was underage and he was an adult.
And he is now a banned streamer because he said the no word. And we're like, okay, that's a stand-up citizen right
Great
there.
way to open a conversation.
And I was awkward. I was trying to make it funny. So I said, oh, so he's in line with most Twitch streamers. But then she just keeps coming back and keeps just roasting us. Comes back to the table, goes, who's got the most subs out of all of you? Like, and like, I'm like, no one's gonna say. We're all gonna be pretend like, no, we're not gonna think about that. No, half the table starts fucking pointing at me.
We all just pointed out.
So I bailed on it. And I'm like, no, she means paid.
And then she did this thing where she keeps coming across, and whatever she said at the end of the sentence was pog. Like that was the only thing that she knew from like in terms of like actual chat. So she kept saying pog. And then just leaving the table. It was the weirdest thing. It's like condescending.
And then she kicked us out.
Yeah.
So it was really weird. We had this really nice area where we could chat, right? And it was really cool to catch up with people. We were all eating pretzels and drinking beer.
We could all sit down at a good long table.
Can we also point out the fact that Walker Man's going to listen to this? Walker, everyone orders these like 500 ml like schooners. We all get like schooners of beer, right?
Like that.
Yeah. And then Walker comes back to the table and he's got a liter, a stein, a whole beer, and it looked small to him.
Yeah, I know. It looked like a normal size. Like if I held it,
Walker-sized beer. Like I'm not even kidding. Is literally this.
That's
large.
why he kicked us out, isn't it, Walker?
He's off his face.
Yeah, he's gone.
But yeah, so she says, we're going to close up the shop and everything like that, so you have to go inside. And we're like, oh, like now? She's like, soon, yeah, you got to go inside. So we're like, okay, so we all stand up and we head inside and the music is doofing, right? No one else is in there. It's like one like other side of the table, and we'll cover them in a second because that was hilarious as well. But like, it's doofing. But then they didn't kick anyone else
out. There were other people sitting outside. So they just thought we must be troublemakers, you know, because we look so
you guys have to go inside where we can see you at all times.
Yeah. It was like that. And they're like, we close actually at 11 o'clock. We're there till about midnight and nothing's been closed. There's still a tab going on for whatever.
It was like, 10:45, we're like last calls for drinks. No, they just kept serving.
But it's so, okay. And then, so Cunt comes back, right? And she keeps on like hovering around us, being like really weird. And you guys probably think maybe she was trying to be nice or friendly. You should have heard the tone. It was like, oh, you're streamers?
Yeah.
Pog.
Yeah. And it was this awkward thing of like, before we got put inside, she was kind of like, oh, these guys don't like me. They don't want me around.
She says this word. She goes, I feel like half the table up here is loving me and the other half back there is not liking me. And my wife who's there goes, yeah, nah.
Yeah. She did not hesitate to just tell us straight up.
It's like, you know, we're all eating. We're eating our food and she's literally at the very end of the table just watching us. Like, it's that really awkward thing of like, I don't know, like she wasn't asking about the food. She was just like more like, so gamers, huh? Like, haha, like making some really,
so weird.
it was bizarre. I didn't
So, and so I went into this, right? And I'll tell you guys, so I went into this and you've got cards that you're giving out to people, which is sick. You hate your audience, you're doing nothing. I'm taking Polaroids with my audience and letting them keep it, right? And so this guy comes up and he's like, it's like the nicest guy ever, right? And I'm like, man, I'll walk away from the table. I won't bother the others. I'll talk to you over there. And he goes, man, I love your videos. This is the first time it's happened, like proper. And I'm like, this is like a really nice moment for me. And I'm like, oh, dude, thank you so much for taking his hand. Like, what do you do? Oh, your variety. Oh, you're just starting out. That's awesome. Keep it up, you know, doing all this stuff. Really nice guy. And he goes, my friend loves YouTube. We were just really nervous. And I figured I'd come up here. And I was like, dude, you never be nervous, right? You're all good. I was like, I don't have my Polaroid. Find me on the floor. We'll do the Polaroid tomorrow, right? He walks away, I'm beaming, right? I'm like, this is the best ever, right? Like my ego is inflated, my balls have like exploded, like, and she walks over and she goes, do you want me to get security? He was harassing you, right? And I was like, no. I was like, no, like, what are you talking about?
I don't understand it. I'm not sure if she's like living vicariously through us because of the bad relationship she had with the streamer beforehand. Like she's just got it out for us. But the manager even came over and was like, just letting you know, guys, you can't order any more food and anything like that. And we will be shutting down this outdoor area. So maybe move inside. Like it was basically like, get the hell out of here. But
they just did not want us there. And she, like, to give you an idea, she just had this very just deliberate, awkward tone, like someone who wanted to try and be around you and was intentionally making you uncomfortable. It was just giving like this weird eye contact, like, yeah, like kind of sticking around. Like we expected the conversation to end. Like we weren't ordering anything from her. We didn't have any empty glasses for her to take. She just kept standing there trying to make the weirdest, awkward conversation. Then she started talking about games after she was like going, oh, Pog, and she found out we were influencers. She's like, yeah, oh, I used to play games so much when I was a teenager, but then I realized I'm just wasting so much time. Games are a waste of time. Then I was like, yeah, I should go touch grass. Like, you know, so many people should touch grass.
Well, Micromads almost threw down because she looks over at Micromads and goes, you know what? I think I'd be a great influencer. It's so much easier for me because I'm a woman. And Mads was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Walk your internalized misogyny out of here, motherfucker.
It was so awkward. It was one of those days where you're just like, is this going to be the rest of our packs? And it's not, luckily. There's been really good things that have happened.
Okay, hold on.
No. We have to say one other thing, though. Okay. No, we'll cover that. I was going to say there's one other thing that happened to us last night.
Oh, we're going to, yeah.
So packs, right? So we did the mixer. We did all that stuff. That's Thursday night. Yesterday was our first day on the floor. Holy shit, the energy is wild.
It was so packed. Like, this was a Friday, so not all tickets are sold out for Friday. At PAX,
80%, right?
80%.
Yeah.
Today, it's Saturday, and it is 100%. But the thing is, there's more things open to the public, so it's kind of dispersed more, and there's lots of panels, so it's really nice. Lots of cosplayers out there. But the first day, you could not move. It was like you're going down the whole thing like that. And it's a wide convention center. I'll put up some photos now and stuff like that. But it's lovely to see everybody out and about. But you're kind of worried in the back of your mind, like, will people actually come out? Understandably so, because they may be worried about their health or whatever it is. But it seems like it's a really good vibe here. So I'm quite proud that we did the walk up and down. And we can talk about the Twitch booth, which is kind of like a zoo enclosure.
Yours was a zoo enclosure?
Dude, okay, hold on. Just in case you listen to this, you did a great job, ANZ, all right? You did a great job in the booth. But why is it see-through?
That was the scary thing.
Like, we go into the Twitch booth and you look out and it's like semi-transparent reflective and you just see people staring in. But the other thing is they've only got one sign that says partners only. And so it's literally just people over and over and over again trying to walk in and being turned away by the staff, right? And then it's like, they're just seeing all these streamers and stuff. I don't know if you heard this, but Buzzer, right? Jack Buzzer, he's doing a meet and greet upstairs, by the way. Outside,
so popular, look at flexing on us.
Outside the Jand booth.
Oh, that's where he is.
And so Buzzer's in there, right? And there's this guy outside, and he tries to come in, right? And he's like, no, you can't come in, says the staff. And the guy's like, I just need to take one photo with someone. I just need to take one photo. And they go, no, sorry, it's partners only. And he goes, no, you don't understand, I'm taking one photo, right? And Sharky walks in. I think it was Sharky, maybe it was Walker. Walks in and goes, "Someone's out there." He's like, keeps talking about how they really need a photo and they're not taking no for an answer. And staff are like telling them to go away. And Buzzer goes, "I better go out." As a joke, right? Buzzer loves it. Buzzer's all about it, but he's just messing around and he goes out there. It's just such a funny experience.
It's peculiar to actually be stopped and people go, "I know you from this, that, and the other." Like, it doesn't sink in at times. It's just like, "Oh, thank you so much for coming up." It's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. But there was also that moment where we were interviewed by like a, you know.
Oh, can we shout him out? So, Cave In on Twitch, ANZ Group, amazing stuff.
Mental health advocacy.
Yeah, working with the mental health advocacy stuff. Straight away at the start of the day, I walk in, I'm really nervous, and they walk up and they're like, "Eljay." And I know these guys because they've rated me a couple times and stuff, and I've checked them out. Funny guys, right? 3-man podcast-esque kind of thing. And they're like, "Can we do an interview? We're doing a quest." I'm like, "Yeah, sweet." So they ask you a bunch of questions about mental health and gaming and other things like that. One of the questions is, "Hey, what video game character inspires you and what's the trait that you want to take away from them?" And I go, "Nathan Drake." Well, actually, no, first I said Sephiroth. I like his determination and he's willing to do anything. And they were like, "Can you say something else?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can." I was like, and they go, I'm like, "Nathan Drake. I like his like confidence. He has his goal he wants to do. He tries to do the right thing and he never gives up." Right? Anyway, we do the whole thing, take a Polaroid with them. Lovely guys and awesome people, right? And then you get interviewed.
I get interviewed by them and they ask me the same question.
This is hours later, right?
This is like 2 hours after the fact. And they said, "Who do you aspire to be, like video game wise?" And I said, "Nathan Drake." They put down the microphone for a second and they go, "You know Eljay said that, right?" I was like, "I have no clue." It's like we confirmed beforehand. So then we got the exact same question. So if you ever see like the actual like video of us, you'll see that there's a moment. Definitely.
But they're gonna side by side you guys. Like, might as well.
But speaking of going side by side, Nick was at the Logitech stream booth. And can we paint the picture, Nick, of what this booth is?
Go for it. Go for it.
It was like, in the best possible way, it was like a roomy toilet cubicle set up for streaming with a giant glass wall that you could see the streamer inside. And so Nick's in there and they have so much, the whole thing is just full of Logitech gear.
Yeah.
Like 3
It's in the
Logitech
center
keyboards.
Of the floor. It's not like by the wall.
Yeah. It's like in the middle.
Dead center of the thoroughfare.
Also doesn't have a roof.
But also, gonna throw it out there, Logitech with a condenser microphone made better audio than a fucking MV7B. How is that? How is it that on the middle of the convention floor, no roof, Logitech were like, "Yeah, we can give you a condenser USB microphone, it'll sound great." But sure, off the side of the thing, set up next to a concert pianist or concert group, they can't do it with a dynamic microphone and what looked like $6,000 worth of audio mixes.
It was pretty insane. And the thing was about it as well, it's like, there was only like a curtain separating you from the actual outside. So I was right next to the Logitech booth. And people literally chanting, "Logitech, Logitech," to get like, you know.
There's a Rocket League game outside
Rocket League, and they're throwing out prizes. It's crazy. And of course, you know, we have to harass Nick when, you know, doing a stream. So I'm sure from your point of view, you just see people banging on the actual glass doors and everything. So yeah.
We're not supposed to be in here. No, I'm kidding. We're fine.
It was wild because, so again, the sound isolation wasn't great to begin with, and then they only had a curtain. I was thought like, oh, maybe they'll have a door that has soundproofing on it that, you know, you close it up, right?
I mean, a curtain is weirdly one of the best things you can actually have. It's really strange about this. Glass, really bad because it's reflective, but a curtain absorbs it, especially the thing. But here's the thing, I thought it was great because every time you looked out of that glass panel, my ass was just plastered up against it on purpose.
It was.
Spread, and you turned to the camera and I almost got you banned.
It's true. I'm surprised that he didn't even get kicked out of the convention for just like dropping trowel.
I just kept saying to them, "Do you know who I am?"
Here's a Polaroid.
To my balls.
But it was a really good experience, but I definitely felt like this...
You're going to be so blown out.
Yeah.
You're starting to yell, I'm sorry.
I'm getting loud. But I felt like this just rare species of animal in this really tiny enclosure, and then everyone's like coming to the chat, "I can see you," and then me turning around and then seeing like people going, "Oh." It was a cool experience, but it was so wild.
Dude, I don't know how much longer we've got. I don't know what we're getting kicked out any second now. Are we doing all right?
No, we're doing fine.
We're doing fine?
Okay,
fine.
Okay, so that's like Thursday, right? That's all that stuff. Oh no, Friday. That was Friday, right?
Yeah.
Friday night, Twitch partner party.
Yes.
I don't know how much we're allowed to talk about.
Yeah, I'm not going to give too much away for obviously, the privacy of everybody there. But it went basically all night. It started at 8 p.m. and went to like 1 a.m. in the morning. And even then, people wanted to continue going, but they turned on the lights, they turned off the music. And
it was so wild. I had a great time.
Can we talk about the time?
Real quick.
I've left it at the hotel.
Okay,
Yeah.
Can I talk about 2 moments? One from the mixer and one from last night. You're gonna love both.
Okay.
First one at the mixer, right? I'm talking to Vondel, a staff member, and you're there, and we're just chatting, and this guy walks up, throws his arm around me, and points and goes, "This motherfucker, I'm tired of seeing your face. You ruined Twitch for me." And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "You're fucking Optus ad." And I'm like, "Don't blame me. I didn't play it that much. Blame him." I point at Vondel, the staff member. And Vondel's like, "I don't fucking know." And he's like, starts like going at me. And he goes, "Now I'm fucking sick of AU cheesy and his amazeballs." And he's losing his mind, right? And we're like, "Oh yeah, no, playing it off." And he walks away. And me and Reapz and Von are like, fucking hell.
Had a few too many, I think, to like have that on. But
And then last night at the partner party, we're just chilling, right? And this dude like stumbles up to us, like pushes past Reapz and everything like that. Hello. Oh, Dad. Oh, look at this.
Oh, amazing. Oh,
Reapz, you can grab it. Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
oh wow,
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, guys.
This is the most. We don't normally get treated like this.
This is all stay here. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like I said, we're very important.
So this guy like stumbles up to us, and that's not an exaggeration, is it? Stumbles up to us, goes, "I'm so tired of your face," and I'm like, "Okay, he's gonna bring up Optus, right?" And he goes, "Fucking amazeballs." And I'm like, "What?" And he goes, "You're AU cheesy." I'm like, "No." And
I swear to God, you were AU cheesy, and because I was next to Eljay, and Mads was, I'm next to Eljay, and he looks at us and is like, "This is a don't like blow smoke up my ass" type thing, and we're like, "This is not AU cheesy."
He's refusing to take no for an answer. And then he Googles it, and Amaranth comes up on his phone. I'm like, "Why are you watching Amaranth, buddy?" And he's like, I'm not. I'm like, "This Google targeted ads."
So then brings it up.
Wait, was it his phone or your phone?
His phone.
Literally, he had ammo up.
And it was like AU cheesy, and then he looks at Eljay, looks at AU cheesy, and is like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, man. I'm so sorry."
He goes, "So what's your name?" He goes, I'm like, "Eljay." And he goes, "You done anything? Why would I recognize you?" And I'm like, "Done nothing. Done nothing."
Nothing about this data breach.
But like, party keeps going, right? Really cool. They were doing like signature cocktails and stuff like that. Really fun night. Met so many lovely people.
Yes, amazing.
Like this has been like wild to meet so many people, you know? And anyway, so it wraps up around like 1 and we go outside. Another like 3 partners start being like, "I hate your face." But then they're like, "We get it," and it's fine.
Yeah.
It really has helped and hurt the networking. And we get into our Uber.
Yes.
Right?
Oh my
and we're like,
God.
"Can we take us back to the hotel, please?" And on my Uber app, it says he's taking us to the hotel, right? Everything says we're going to the hotel. Everything's fine. And then we get over to the right thing, and we're not being rowdy. Like, you and I barely drank. We were like,
just talking about like we're
We're talking about Sydney suburbs.
We're talking about that, and we're also talking about the fact that once we get back to the hotel, we're just going to crash. Everything.
We were talking about how tired we were and stuff. And like, again, we barely drank last night because both of us were just dead tired.
We did the drink, and then you just leave it and you walk away.
Yeah. The classic like the spy thing where it's like, you order another drink before you're done, fill it with ice, walk away.
The best thing about this party as well is that all the Twitch NZ staff were there, so you got to talk to them, and they were like just so cool, and you could play darts and pool tables, and there was soccer and like shuttle. It had
So you get fucked.
It was amazing. It was like huge. It was like really, really cool. But we're exhausted. It's 1 a.m. Everyone's just like, "Oh my God."
and we're in this Uber, and we're going back to the hotel room, right? And he goes past the street it's on. And we're on like this like 5-lane, like almost a highway main road.
It's like underpass. You imagine like, the Matrix bit where it's kind of like underneath a bridge and it's raining and stuff.
It's like real gritty, like a detective noir like section, right? Like you get out of there. Also, before we cover this like big headline, I want to point out, we rock up to the partner party, right? Get out of the car. And it's supposed to be down an alleyway, okay? And the alleyway that's next to where the car got out, it's like, us 3 couldn't walk down it side by side. It is pitch black. It is full of bins. There are some sketchy people at the end. And Reapz is like, "It's down here." I'm like, "No, it's fucking not, mate. It's down further, I bet."
Fine.
And he's like, "It's down here. Come down here." I'm like, "It's not."
fine.
And he goes, "Go on." I'm like, "Are you trying to murder me?"
I just wanted one liver.
I'm like,
Just the one.
he goes, "Fine, we can walk around then if you want." And we walk down 2 steps and he goes, "Oh yeah, that's it there."
Yeah.
It's a different alleyway. And it's like,
It's still not the greatest alleyway, but it was definitely a lot more nice.
well, it had lights in it.
it had like a rainbow kind of path leading to it, so it's like, that makes sense.
Things on Twitch are getting real tight, apparently.
And then fucking Sharky and Walker get out. They don't even think for a second, walk down the evil alley. Just walk down the
They
evil.
walked down Evil Alley, and apparently they had like sketchy people look at them. And the thing is, they didn't want to walk back down Evil Alley to get to the actual alley, so they went around.
Those two are such a chaotic duo.
It's
I
amazing.
swear.
Okay, so it's Uber, right? And he pulls up under this underpass, and I say, oh, I think it's like a street over, mate. We're not quite there. And then Reapz goes, he goes like, oh, yeah, it's close by though. Like you can just go around the corner. And he goes, oh, okay, then you guys can walk, and just parks.
And we're like, okay. So we're like on this highway section of the road. There's like 2 lanes to the right of us. We're parked underneath this bridge, this underpass, and we're like, okay, cool. And then
What time of night is of this?
This is
2 a.m.
Yeah,
2 a.m.,
yeah.
okay.
We get out and we're just there like
And
there's
we're not staying in a fancy part, by the
No.
way. We're staying in a really dirty part.
like
of
we're
Melbourne.
just something that we can, afford, right? And we get out and then there's just these 2 people walking, like drunk people walking towards us, and we're like, cool. And it's like there's not even a part of like a pavement to walk around the bridge. We're literally kind of like just on the road.
Yeah.
And if there were like, cars coming, we'd be like,
I just love the line. Well, then you can walk.
I'm like, cool.
I 1-starred you. All right.
I was like, he did not care about his rating after that.
No. But we weren't being rude or like anything. Like we got into the car and you were like, are you having a late one? He goes, yeah, I'll be driving till 3 a.m.
I was
And
like,
so
oh, hope it's a quick one for you. Hope
Yeah.
it goes fast. I don't know, man.
he was like, I'll make it a quick one. Get the fuck out.
It was just so peculiar, but
I do have something to admit that I forgot the mugs.
that's
I
right.
forgot the custom
if
mugs.
you'd not said anything, I wouldn't have thought about it. I'm gonna check the camera real quick. All
Yeah.
right, keep going.
No, I forgot the custom mugs that you guys might remember that I got made for all 3 of us. And it was the one thing that I forgot to pack for PAX.
I forgot everything. I've had to buy clothes. I've had to buy everything.
yeah. It has been a torrential downpour here in Melbourne. Like it was bucketing down. You
It's
had to
also
get
been
your
raining.
jeans.
All right, I'm a
Hey, soon.
I won't make it tonight.
Because it's about the moving on.
Dude, okay, so that's the party, right? I don't think we go into much of the party, but it was sick.
It was
like-
just really nice. It's
it
nice
was-
to meet all the people that you've seen online and meet new friends as well that you've never seen.
I get what people say now. I'm gonna throw this out there. Anyone on the internet who hasn't done like an event like that, who says you go to Twitch for the community, but they haven't done an event like that, they're parroting other people who have said that because that is what they mean when they say you go to Twitch for the community.
Yeah.
Not for anything else, right? Like it's the fact that you know these people and you meet these people, you actually feel like you're all in it together.
Yes.
I now understand it better.
Yeah,
There's like a kind of compassion there because you're all in the same boat. You're just trying to like stay afloat, obviously fund yourself to do this craziness that is content creation.
Yeah.
And it's really nice to kind of like not vent, but just like share similar stories and experiences like we do with this podcast.
Oh,
So-
no, I'll tell you what, though, there was some venting.
We're all at the bar, and I'm talking to like 5 or 6 people, and we start talking about fucking brand CPMs, and everyone goes, "Have you heard about?" I think I can say, "Have you heard about Manscaped?" And we're all talking about how Manscaped is trying to rip us off for like $100 for like 20,000 views and stuff like that.
What?
Dude, everyone. And then I saw this other guy over here and goes, "You talking about Manscaped?"
everyone comes in. Yeah.
It's like when in person, it's like everything get for the most part will just stay in the room or the conversations that happen. So everyone will just really take a load off.
Yeah.
I'm happy to be the guy that says that I talk shit about Manscaped.
Well, I think it's
They offered me $100, and then when I showed them my CPMs and like what my average daily views were on videos and stuff, they literally wrote back, "Our analysts have determined your value is $100."
And our analysts have determined values. I'm never working with you again. Yeah,
Well,
at all.
Yeah.
My analyst says, "Suck my dick."
Am I gonna have to bleep all these brand names out? And they're like, what?
It's the scuffed one.
Okay, yeah.
It's the scuffed one.
This is the scuffed episode. The audio's not going to be great. The visuals are not going to be as pristine as they are. But just go with us. This is episode 40. Can I just say, boys? It
Yeah.
seems like a nice, round number.
We're almost at your age.
Slow zoom in.
Yeah.
Reapz. Slow zoom in.
Everyone I talk to, at this partner lounge goes, "I heard a rumor about you, Reapz." And like you're like there, you're like, "Oh, what's the rumor? Here we go."
Yeah.
And every single time they'll go, "Aren't you like 50?"
Yes, I'm 50 years old.
Even
they say.
even that night, the Thursday night when we're at the bar, Eljay's like, "Okay, so like, how old is everyone?" And we're going through. He's like,
Yeah.
and then Reapz goes, "Yeah, I'm this old," and he's like, "I just want to hear him say that."
Yeah. I said I didn't give a shit about the rest of you. I just wanted Reapz to tell the table how old he was.
Didn't have Sharky there to back me up. Us being in our 30s.
I had to.
No, it's fair enough. It's like...
But also, then I started asking what everyone's mother's maiden name was, and I was just really doing the rounds. I got all of Micro Mads' Twitch account now.
Yeah, I was going to say.
You got the whole thing.
Mads, you got it on you.
But yeah, it is like really interesting to kind of see this fight because again, this is not normal to us. No. I think a lot of people were anxious coming out to PAX. I know that I was.
Yeah.
Like just these complete nerves and everything. But now that I'm here with you boys, it's just like, there wasn't that awkwardness that I was expecting. Like, you know, when you meet someone in real life and it's just kind of like, oh yeah, we got the same brain, you know, it's just continue on.
We've known each other and we've been talking and spending time like digitally. So now it's like, nothing's different. There's just no screen here. It's still that you'll have those moments of like surreality. It's like I'm still looking at these boys, but like, holy crap, they're right here. But we're just hanging out.
It makes you want to move to Sydney. So not for you, for like for the whole streaming community.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like it'd be like fun to be able to actually do stuff in person. Like I was looking at Trash Taste and I was like, man, that'd be sick if every week you were there in the room with the boys doing that thing, socializing. Because like the online stuff is fine, but like imagine if you actually had a set that you all went to and did your thing. Like it'd just be so much better.
It's Adelaide. It's cheap to live.
Yeah, then you have to live in Adelaide.
Yeah, God, it ain't that bad.
Hey man, any city that has to call themselves Radelaide to get by, you know you don't want to live in it. I swear we're really cool. We're called Radelaide. Who calls you that? We do. We call you shit.
You were just taking swings at everyone. Oh my God. This is why it's called the Scuffed episode. Yeah. It's going to be good. But yeah, this is also nice as well to be like, there's a lot of stuff that's happened, you know, in Twitch and everything like that. We got about the what is it, memories or something like that?
I don't want to talk about Twitch.
That's what I mean. And it's nice to be like, this is the experiences of PAX we've had so far because as we're recording this, it's currently 20 to 4 on a Saturday. So we're like literally halfway through PAX at the moment. Yeah. And I'm sure there's more stories to come, which we'll talk about on the next podcast. Yeah. But this is the craziness as we've experienced so far. And the coolest thing is, as we said, we're talking to the indie devs. You want to talk about this?
I love this. So like, everyone knows that I'm like obsessed with this shit. Like I'm sitting there like trying to find the new indie fucking game. Yeah. You know? And I was first day I did the whole walk through the entire thing, so I knew where everything was. And then I was like, okay, I'm going in this morning. I got no commitments other than the podcast. Also, can we talk about, just say this right? I know the stream room up there was trash. But you know what? At least you were on time, hey? I was on time. You were on time. Were you there on time at all?
This is our co-host. Like, what's going on here?
He feels so bad about it, so it's so much better.
He's thriving off of how I feel.
It's there's a bit like, this is the weird thing. Like at the time, there's PAX and there's all the conventions and all the panels and everything like that. You kind of got your little booths and stuff. But sometimes they do kind of things off PAX. Like you have to go to a certain part of town, club, everything like that. So Bethesda did one Dove Club something.
It's called the Dove Club. When you hear Dove Club, you really do think it's a gentleman's club.
Yeah, I was
gentleman's club. I mean strippers.
I was like, I guess I'll go to this Bethesda deal. Twisting my arm. And then we went there, and it was like, you know, it was a good experience and everything, but it's like very compact. Like there's a lot of people.
I felt a bit bad because like I really loved how much they put work into it and stuff like that. It was ticketed, right? So they knew exactly how many people were coming, but we still got kicked out of the experience line.
Yes.
They cut the experiencing line, and they tried to cut it between. We had 6 people in our group, and they cut it down the middle. And we were like, well, we're not going to leave Nick.
Yeah, and myself. I think we're on one side or whatever.
And like me and the others were on the front. I was like, well, no, mate, just give the 4 passes to whoever's behind us, and we'll get out of the line.
Yeah.
It's like. And then the other one was like a sketch artist, and clearly there was too many people for him. The poor guy was like overrun, and like, but the thing is, it was amazing. It looked cool. It was awesome. Really the people were lovely. They had these Breton bitters, which were like delicious, like little sodas that were all branded for like Skyrim.
Popcorn, like Slurpees, everything like that.
I saw the new ESO trailer there and some of the Redfall stuff.
Redfall looks cool.
I reckon we all try and get the Redfall beta.
I really want to. Like when I didn't know anything about it until I actually went up to that thing. So it did its job, and when you were telling me about it, I was like, yes.
Yeah, I think it's like Vampire Left 4 Dead.
Yep, basically.
And
straight up.
But also like a bit more like campy and fun, which is cool.
Yeah.
But essentially, right, so like, we were saying the indie devs, right? So we get out there on the floor this morning, me and my partner, and I'm like, okay, I'm literally just going to go to the indie room, and all I'm doing is actually going to try to talk to these people and see this stuff, right? And so I walked through every single one, was talking to the devs and stuff like that. And it's like being a part of my people, right? Because like I walk up to this one game called like Fantasy Town Manager, where you're building a fantasy town, but it's a deck builder. So you build a deck, you draw 3 random cards, you play the cards to build the items and stuff, and slowly build a fantasy town, right?
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really neat. And I was standing behind these people, and I said to my partner, I go, the art style looks like you're building a Dwarf Romantic town, but you're zoomed in. And the dev who's working on the game like goes, whoa. Like next snap, like flip and goes, you say Dwarf Romantic? I love Dwarf Romantic. And I was chatting to this dev about all these games he loves and stuff. And then I go off to another place and this girl comes up to me and she goes, I'm the dev, what do you think? And I go, it looks amazing. You don't see hack and slash much anymore. And she goes, yeah, so it's like a hack and slash, speed run, you know, Noodle Sam and stuff. And I'm like, this is sick. And it's just so good. And I went and spoke to the ANZ, the New Zealand team as well, who like bringing all these like uni students in to make stuff. And there's this really cool one called Taurus. It's Taurus, something like that. If you check my Twitter, you'll see it. And it's so sick. Like if you play as a bird with like the Maori god of the wind, like helping you out and stuff. Seriously, if anyone ever wants to go to a convention or anything like that, just go talk to the indie team. Yeah. We spoke to, were you with me when we spoke to Devolver Digital yesterday?
I came a little bit later because I was still harassing Nick at his booth.
In his booth, banging on the door.
Yeah. But I saw it like at the very end and they were like really receptive, which is a nice thing because I think with a lot of AAA devs, they're not there because, you know,
Devolver's not AAA.
Oh, no, that's what I'm saying. Right. In terms of other devs, they just kind of like... Well, they just hire people. And
I really consider these days in our current market for gaming, right? Like I don't talk much about gaming in terms of the sense, like I don't do the review thing, which, you know what's actually really interesting? Being here has killed me. Like I'm dead tired, but all I want to do is go home and make content now. I'm so fucking sparked like for it. Like I'm so excited. But like, and like me and Sharky just cut the line, like because we weren't going to play the game at Devolver's booth. We just wanted to go talk to the devs. So we just cut the line, go in there, and we're talking to the devs and we're just talking, or the publisher, sorry. And I just said, like, I was like, dude, you guys are the stamp of approval. Yeah. Like, if you want to know if a game's going to be good, you see if Devolver is the guy publishing it. Yeah. Because, like, you think back to, like, any of the games of the last, like, 2 years, and I'm pretty sure everything that comes to mind, like Cult of the Lamb, Devolver. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, Phantom Abyss, Devolver. Gunbrella's coming out, Devolver. You know, like...
It is a stamp of approval, you're right, because obviously people who aren't familiar with Devolver, they did obviously the Cult of the Lamb, which is like the big sensation for the past, month or so. And it's always nice to see that. I think the best thing that I can say about PAX at the moment is that people out there who are worried about going to these events because of social anxiety or anything like that, we all, I think, share similar things of like, you're just nervous, you're anxious. And then when you get there, it all kind of dissipates away and you meet really like-minded and cool people and you get to know them and they get to know you. And I think it's the best thing for your brand or your content creation to put yourself in those situations where you can talk to a dev. Yeah. They talk back to you. They'll probably be like, here's a key to it. Let me know what you think. Yeah. And that's how you start to create that network and expand out. And speaking of like collaborations and stuff, all the amazing people that have come up to us and go, hey, how you going? Love streaming or love your stream. Everything like that. It's the best sensation.
The partner party last night was the most surreal experience of my life. I think the partner party last night may make it so I don't have imposter syndrome for a good 6 months. Yeah. Because the amount of like talented people who are like bigger than me now who come up and they're like, I started streaming during the pandemic and I just want to let you know, you taught me how to set up Streamlabs. Yeah. And I'm like, I'm sorry about that. You're using OBS now? They go, yes. And I go, cool. Okay. I'm like, but then I use Stream Elements, your guides on that. And, and I was just like sitting there like, I'm legitimately like having to go to the bathroom and like fucking cry up. Yeah. And then like Sharky's walking around like dragging me out to people being like, this person learned through you. And I'm like, thanks, man. Yeah. But it was just it's been such a wild adventure.
It's been crazy and it's just really nice. And obviously, knock on wood, there's no craziness that ensues, that we can go to more of these events and meet more of you and vice versa. And I think the dream for a lot of people out there who are streaming is that they're worried about being on like, 3 viewers, 5 viewers, whatever it is, the whole journey. It's like whatever's starting for them, content creation in general. But I think we all started from those, places of 0 viewers.
I'm going back there one day.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm on my way. See you guys down. But the thing is, like, to actually come here and see that work that you put so much effort into, the dividends, like, actually pay off in terms of interaction with other people, it just feels surreal and, like, amazing. So
well, I went through an entire Polaroid reel.
Yeah, that's right.
I went through an entire, 18 Polaroid reel just walking around on the floor yesterday. Like, people coming up to me, like, bumping into my actual, like, stream schemes community. And, like, it's just been an absolutely wild experience meeting people and stuff. Dude, over in the tabletop section, it's like split into two, so there's tabletop and normal. Also, okay, is it a bit weird that like the gaming section is like 90% just like tech and hardware brands right now?
Yes.
It feels really strange. It's like you got like AMD, Intel, HyperX, all this. You got all these massive tech brands, and then like off in the corner is like
Sonic Generations, it's all deciding. You're like, oh, this is interesting. But usually it is those big booths of like, this is this game, and then it's all just. Yeah.
But like, it's all tech, and then there's the Aussie broadband arcade, which I think might be the coolest section.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, this is the best booth. It's literally just old school arcade games, air hockey.
Air hockey, arcade machines, like, racing.
A giant
things.
Pong event where you like...
Yeah,
do,
like
It's cool.
real life Pong.
In fairness, though, like, I think COVID obviously had this effect because, like, Xbox usually had a big booth,
Yeah.
PlayStation had a big booth, and there was more like.
Well, they said Game Pass. Game Pass is up there.
Yeah, they're like tagging off with Lenovo.
Yeah. I think it's fine though. I just thought it was interesting. But the tabletop section, right? I saw this morning that they've got this massive like wall where you go up and sign up, and you get given like a table, and you get put in your little groups and stuff like that. And there are DMs on site to run all day, like role-playing games out there.
What?
So there's people doing like Call of Cthulhu just with complete randoms. People doing like, I love Call of Cthulhu by the way.
Yeah.
People doing like Dungeons and Dragons and every role-play game out there. And DMs are just running like quick one-shots for like 2 hours and stuff. I was walking through it and I saw this girl in a full like burlesque bunny girl outfit. And she's like, she stands up and goes, "You're fucked. You've all got disadvantage against our beholder." And I'm just like laughing my ass off as I go by.
It's very surreal, like just seeing this, inner geekdom come out of everyone, and just
I love it.
yeah,
It's great.
It's so like, I love how like loud and proud and stuff. I didn't have this when I was young,
Yeah.
It was so cool. And then over in the tabletop, there's this place called Ardent Roleplay, which you got excited when I said I got to talk to the guys.
Yes.
But like, it's all augmented.
Oh, yeah,
reality
yeah,
cards,
I want to
right?
go experience
It's
it.
so cool. They said come back tomorrow after you download the app and stuff like that, because essentially what it is, say you're all playing a game like D&D or miniatures or something like that, you got all your miniatures and they're hard to keep, but instead it's just a deck of cards, and you put the card down, and if you've got these glasses or like a Quest or like a phone, you can all just have that, and you see all of the miniatures as holograms in the augmented reality, and it's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
And they're like, if you want, we'll throw a card down on the ground and you can just take a photo with like a giant goose or a beholder or something like that. It's so cool.
It's cool. Like, I found out about them because they were like, I assume anyone who gets like an influencer pass, things like that, their emails get passed on to like all of the indie devs and that kind of thing.
Oh yeah, they emailed us, didn't they?
Yeah, so that was one of the emails, and so I remember reading it and I was like, whoa, this sounds amazing.
Yeah. Have you guys been doing your daily like contractually obligated influencer tweets?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, yes.
Of course, yes. I know exactly what that is, and I
I've
did
been
it.
tagging packs and like all sorts of stuff, so I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm beating the quota.
Yeah.
My partner keeps having to remind me. She's like, you want to take a selfie with Devolver Digital so you can post it? And I'm like, yeah, okay, fuck yeah.
But I also think to myself, like, not that I'm obviously going to do it, but it's like, do you imagine like somebody at whatever it is, like following up on everybody's Twitter and like Instagram, going, okay, they did do it today, good, and if you don't, you've got to like pay them back a certain amount.
I'm pretty sure like you get emailed like a form, and you have to actually add all the links to like
my
stuff that you've
You're
posted.
fucked. His daily tweet today was the fact that last night he saw Swagger Souls at the party.
Yeah.
And runs up and's like, man, I love you so much.
Yeah.
Can I get a photo?
Yeah. I totally geeked out.
That's the lady from Munich. Like, she at some point in that conversation when we were dealing with her.
Sorry, can you say her real name?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, sorry. Sorry, yes. Yeah.
The scuffed episode.
I'm thinking of all the beeps. Yeah.
She, like, after all of the stuff we mentioned before, she turns to, she came back with some drinks that we'd ordered, and she turns to me and goes, "Oh, you're Swagger Soul." And I'm like, no.
You should have said yes.
I should have said yes.
You want a selfie? Tag me.
Yeah.
You would
Met
love
Swagger
that.
Souls.
She's like, no, you're definitely him. And I'm like, I'm definitely not.
I mean, the guy's never revealed his face.
Yeah.
You could have just said yes.
I could have.
Yeah.
But, you know.
I've been going around telling people I'm Nick-tacular.
You've got my card. Like, here you go.
And I took my pants off in front of them. I'm Nick-tacular.
I'm getting cancelled now.
Yeah.
You wait, the Twitter storm comes soon.
Shit.
I think good, guys. We're at like 43 minutes. I think we were supposed to kick wrap at 45. But this has been like probably the most fun pod so far for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's
well, we're actually in person. Like, did you think you'd see the day? Because when we were in those, we started
I dreaded to see the day.
you could smell the BO in the air of all of us.
He saw Reapz come out of the hotel room like, fuck.
Not the same.
Tried to keep it a secret. He still found me.
What's going on, fellas?
Can they come into your room?
Yeah, can I do this? But honestly, it has been like surreal to like humble beginnings of like the podcast. We literally started this in December of last year, and we're now in nearly December of 2022, like 2 months away. And to think that like we are now meeting in person to do a podcast
And meeting viewers.
That's what I mean.
Hamo Time just came up to us and was like, "Are you recording in this weird booth with the fucking like concert pianist outside?" And we're like,
we believe so.
"We're meant to be, but nope."
No. So all in all, it just seems like a very surreal thing that we're now underneath Wombat Theatre in one of the dressing rooms.
Yeah, come find us. We're still there.
Yeah, come find us. We'll leave our mark on the wall and all that kind of stuff. Augmented reality mark. It just says when you bring it up.
Photo of the waitress.
And an address.
I want to clarify really quickly.
Yeah.
The reason we're making so much fun and calling her like this is like legitimately she practically like ruined the entire like evening.
It was like we're on a high, and then she just like brought like a pinprick to a balloon and just went.
Would not leave us alone. Like legitimately, would just kept hammering at us. Like
Straight up vendetta. Like she did not like us before.
Before we even talked to her, she's just like she saw the passes, I'm guessing, and we're like, no,
it's ridiculous.
not having it.
What's your quick fire? What's your favorite thing you've done so far, and are you doing anything you're excited about soon?
I think the best thing is obviously just meeting up with the fellas, meeting up with the people that I see on streams like Mads, Walkerman, Lonely Shark. It is true. I'm just honestly, it's the merch. It's the merch. It's just the merch that I came here for.
My favorite part was clearly it was really weird. Someone at the mixer walked up to me and goes, "I'm looking for X person," and like you remember this, right? And they were like, "I'm looking for X person," and I was like, "Oh, do you know them?" And they're like, "No, I'm just here to network." And I was like, "Wow, I'm so lame. I'm here to literally have a beer and I'm like and give Reapz a hug and like hang out with them, and, like high five Mads, and these people are like, I need to find these 3 influencers because they're going to take me to the next level." I'm fucking hell.
Yeah, there's some serious, like we say about that side, but for us, I think it's a different kind of mentality. But there are people out there. Of that person. No, they're there for the hustle.
I think that's amazing. I couldn't do it.
Yeah,
I was just like fangirling over meeting Jordan Rasco.
Oh yeah. She's amazing.
I bumped into Jordan Rasco at the mixer, and I was just like, just a heads up, like I could quote the entire Kevin 07 rap to you, like back to back. And she goes, I forgot about that. I'm fucking funny. I'm like, yeah, you are. Yeah.
I hope I get to meet Jordan either like tonight or sometime tomorrow.
Jordan.
Speaking of Jordan though, these two plus Jordan the mastermind behind it all. Do you want to tell the story or?
So we're all just like drunk at the mixer, and Jordan walks over and goes, "Where's Nick?" Like teasing, because if people don't know, Nick's not a partner. He's not a part of our exclusive club.
Yeah. So
and this is coming back from a joke 2 weeks ago. Jordan had rated me, and we were talking about PAX and being excited. And she goes, "Yeah. So me and like Eljay and Reapz and like Puppy, we'll all just wait from you from the partner booth."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Thanks, Jordan."
Bought his glass so we can. But so she comes over and it's like, "Where's Nick?" And we're like, "Oh, and she goes, "We should all message him right now," laughing. And Reapz and I are both like, "There's no joke." Yeah, So we all send the same message. "Hey Nick, we're all at the partner party. Where are you?"
We're all at the partner party. It's nearly over? Question mark.
Yeah. Where are you? And I've just gotten out of dinner with some other friends. We've like just got up from the table. My phone's buzzing off, and I see messages from all 3 of them. And Kirsty's like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "I'm being abused."
Hey man, out of love.
That's
all right. You should have seen we cornered some staff last night. We're like, give him partner.
Yeah,
and they
what's
said,
the go?
"You've asked for it now, so we can't give it to him ever." And we're like, "Fuck, all right."
He'll appreciate that.
It's all gone.
Yeah. But we should. What was your favorite thing?
Mine.
Yours. Yeah.
Mine has to be talking to the indie developers. I think it's really. I've known for like a while what I want to do on the YouTube content side of things. And I was talking to people last night about this. Like I'm moving into like the things I love, like the Nintendo challenges and stuff like that. But I really want to bring that indie game like love of mine in. And I know it's going to underperform in terms of things, but it's something I have to do to keep going.
Of course.
And I think it's pretty much like I'm going to start doing the actual like highlights. Like this game came out, you have to play it.
Yeah.
Like this game came out, this is the best thing you're going to see all year. Seriously, check it out. I might turn my entire channel into just Devolver Digital Fanboy 10105, but it's still.
If it works and you're passionate about it.
It won't work, but I'm passionate.
Oh, okay.
No, he's going to do it anyway.
Yeah, why not?
Well, we're all moving away. Well, at least I'm moving away from streaming as my main thing right now. Like, my whole thing is I want to go to YouTube, push it, and then eventually come back to Twitch, right? Because if I can be on Twitch, I want to be on Twitch.
Yeah.
But that's a whole other thing. What's your favorite thing so far?
As chaotic as it was, like the
we're rapping.
Yeah.
We gotta wrap. Goodbye. We gotta go. Bye. Are you finished? Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, we're fine.
We're just saying goodbye.
Well, that's good. It's good time.
It's perfect.